Hello everyone, how's it going? Welcome to Color Something. This is my coloring stream I do. Wednesday nights I do a drawing stream where I draw live by request. This is my coloring stream where I color all the drawings I did on my Wednesday stream, and I do it live. And this is my first stream as affiliate. I just hit affiliate status, so I now have a few more cool little things going on if you decide to host my stream or follow. Well, I already had a follow animation. But yeah, I've been at work for the last, all morning I've been spending doing new animations for my channel. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so I'm going to pull up my first one here. It occurs I have made a slight mistake. I did not properly prepare my drawings for colorization. That is a bit of a problem. Sorry about that. I guess I guess I could maybe just do it here really quick. Hold on. It'll just be a minute. I was considering just ending the stream and starting it up again in a couple minutes, but hopefully this won't take too long. But yeah, man, all the things I had that I was working on this morning and just completely slipped my mind. Alright. Alright, hello to all those who've tuned in. Sorry, I made a bit of a mistake. I forgot to get my drawings. I use a feature in Microsoft Word that it's the photocopy effect that makes the lines a lot more solid and makes it a lot easier to colorize the drawings. And I usually do that before my show. I was so preoccupied making new animations for my channel, I guess I completely forgot to do it this morning, so just gonna be a slight delay. Hopefully this will, I'm getting close to done here. I got just 3 more drawings to do and I'll be ready to start coloring. Alright. Okay, now 2 more. Alright, sorry, this isn't the most exciting, I know. It'll just be another minute, and then we can finally get started with this. Okay, 1 more. Okay. Alright. Got it all done. Kaiser Soze in the chat. Hey, thank you so much. Quite great to see you here, and thank you for subscribing, was it yesterday? Well, it doesn't matter when you did it. Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Alright, well, now that I got my little hiccup out of the way, and... Okay, that was weird. Alright, we good? Are we good? We're good. Okay, let's go ahead and pull up the first drawing. We're starting off with a good one today. Here's so what I did on my stream last Wednesday was, near the end of the show, I started taking some of my past drawings that I'd done and combined them with kind of a crossover with them. So I drew Bob, like one of the first weeks I did this show, I drew Bob Ross painting, and I also drew, I think the first week I ever did, I drew a shark in a business suit, so I decided to combine them into one drawing. And, yeah, so let's go ahead and start on this here. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit on Bob. He was just painting a nice little business shark, a shark in a business suit. Nice fellow. Might bite your head off, but he doesn't mean any harm. All right. Go ahead and do a that for his skin. We just looking back at my original Bob Ross drawing for reference. Make sure I'm coloring him right. Ding, 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 ding. Alright, so I'm making his shirt blue. He's got, I'm gonna say he's got this white undershirt too. Alright, go ahead and give his pants a darker shade of blue. Then make his shoes dark brown. I think that'll do. Alright, painting his paintbrush gray. Let's go ahead and color the shark. Actually, that was a different drawing I did. Around the same time, I did a chef shark. That was roasting some. It was a request. It was a request to request by my brother, I think, to draw a shark with a chef's hat that was cooking some chipmunks on a spit over a roasting fire. And what ended up happening was the way I ended up drawing the chipmunks, they didn't really look chipmunk-like, so I decided to look more. Their heads looked more frog-like, so I ended up creating frog monks completely by accident. And I've referenced them in a couple other drawings I've done since. Alright, color the belt buckle here. Planetary 121, awesome to see you here. And, yep, that is, yeah, alright, well, now I might never hear that song the same way again. Thank you, Planetary 121. I'm going to zoom in on his briefcase here, which, as I continue to point out every time I bring up his briefcase, it's locked, but it really shouldn't be, because no one in their right mind would steal a briefcase from a shark. That's just asking for trouble. You're looking to get you're looking to lose a limb, or maybe multiple limbs when you do that. Not smart. Alright, zoom out here. I think I just about got it done. Kind of do like a... kind of a very light shaded gray here to add that extra dimension to the easel. And I think that'll do it. It's a pretty simple drawing to start off with. Let me go ahead and bring up a larger view. Ah, you know what? Planetary 121, I'd completely forgotten about that. Alright, here's the larger view of the drawing, so you can see it a little bit closer. And I see Kaiser Soze's already familiarized himself with my Mr. T emote. That was another requested drawing. And I do need to still get it set up so that I have the emotes like appearing on screen. There's with now having affiliate status, there's a lot of things I gotta, start taking into consideration. But anyway, yeah, so there's one drawing down. Let me go ahead and get the second one going. Alright, so what we got here is a lizard with a bird's head. This was requested by my mom, who has kind of started a trend, or has been doing this thing on social media where she's been posting tons of animal hybrids that kind of range from creepy to funny to downright disturbing. So, of course, she had to request an animal hybrid for the show. So she chose a lizard with a bird's head. And my own embellishments were I included a bird and a lizard, both shocked by the mere existence of such a creature. And he's kind of an outcast. He doesn't really fit into one species or the other. He's stuck between the two. Then I included my another drawing I did recently that's hey, Kaiser Soze, thank you for the one little bit. Not really sure what happened there. I thought I had an animation already set up for sharing bits, but I guess it didn't quite work out. Oh well. And thank you for the 2 bits, Kaiser Soze. Alright, hold on just a second here. Man, that's so weird. I have the animation I made uploaded into Streamlabs, but it's not showing up. That's very odd. Yeah. Planetary 121, no. The Biddy Monster is for the Thursday night quarantine party. It is DJ Mike Brady's thing. I was tempted to do kind of a slight variation on it for my channel, but I decided to, be generous and just, let DJ Mike Brady have the Biddy Monster and give myself something of my own. And I really liked what I came up with, but it's not showing up for some reason, so that kind of stinks. And I even tested it in Streamlabs OBS like an hour ago, and it was working perfectly fine. So I'm not sure what happened. You know what? Let me see if I can test it right now. There we go. Alright, that's what's supposed to be appearing. Hey, Dark Gamer 1, awesome to see you again. And it's your birthday today? Very cool. Happy birthday. So yeah, what I just did there on the screen, that's what's supposed to appear when someone cheers. I'm gonna have to figure out why it's not just doing that when someone else cheers. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of new to the whole cheering bits thing and creating alerts for cheering bits, so I'm not... It's gonna take a little adjusting to get used to all the new stuff I have on my plate. And Dark Gamer, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Thank you. I was not expecting that at all. Thank you so much for the subscription. And thank you, Kaiser Soze, for the 16 bits. Hopefully, hopefully by next show I'll have that fixed so that it actually shows the animation I made. I mean, I can still have it show up by doing it myself. I'll even do it again for anyone who missed it. Got a bit cheerleader there. And oh wow, thank you, and thank you for the 100 bits, Dark Gamer. Dang, that is... Thank you so much. Okay, I gotta focus on what I'm doing here. So I'm coloring the lizard green. I give him a blue bird head. I'm gonna go ahead and color this bird who's freaking out here. Coloring his pupils in. Thank you, Kaiser Soze, for 32 bits. Oh, okay. I think I just figured out why it's not doing what I wanted to. I forgot to do an extra step in, Yeah, alright, cool. Hopefully, that fixed it. Oh, those gaps, an ever-present issue. All right. Oh my gosh, Rails Rebel, welcome to the stream and thank you for subscribing. Thank you so much. I appreciate it more than you know. Oh, I finally got the animation working. Awesome. And thank you, Kaiser Soze, for 64 more bits. Alright, so I think that'll do it for the bird. I'll go ahead and do the lizard now. Ooh! Green explosion! Yeah, don't want that. So let's, first I'll clear up this line right here. That's just the thing that that's what my scanner does when I scan drawings into it. It kind of, for some reason it ends up having the margin slightly to the right, like the left margin is slightly to the right, and there's just this dead space right in here. I don't know, I work with it. Okay, there's no gap there. But there is one right here, so let me go ahead and close that one up. Oh, and there's another gap. Oh, yep, right there. Go ahead and finish the line there. Alright. Coloring his eyelids here. He's wincing, I guess. I guess that's the term. I don't know what the exact term is. I feel like, you know, right, when you put when you have don't have the upper eyelids, but you have the lower eyelids up, it just kind of gives that feeling of, oh no. Like, that character's obviously not, something's wrong when you see that expression. Okay. I'll go ahead and color his tongue in. Like, make the underside of the tongue a little bit darker. There we go. And looks like I'm gonna have to zoom in again. Which is these little tiny gaps I gotta close. It's gotta zoom in extra close. Oh. Yeah, I guess when I do my drawing on Wednesday nights, I could maybe be a little more mindful of the gaps I'm leaving. Like, maybe be sure to close these up with my pencil so that when I go to my coloring stream, this doesn't happen. I don't know, it is what it is. Alright, alright, so I got both the bird and the lizard freaking out here. Let me go ahead and turn my attention to the tacoterfly. The taco turtle butterfly hybrid. Got his antenna and his getting his body colored in here. Alright, then color his shell in kind of a yellowish orange. It's got that crunchy corn shell. There we go. I don't remember the exact drawing or colors I used for the original Tuck Her to Fly drawing I colored in, but these colors looks like I just kind of been trying to get colors that go well with each other. It looks like these are turning out pretty good. Alright. Got one more color I gotta choose. We'll go ahead and do a purple here for the bottom. I like that. And then for the wings that are behind the other wing here, I'm gonna kind of just do a slightly darker shade. It's the same colors, but it'll just be a slightly darker shade of them for that wing behind the front wing. I guess technically it's the right wing, but it's behind the wing that is the closest to the viewer. Kind of hard to phrase that. And it looks like silly me forgot to add an extra squiggly line here, so I'll go ahead and fix that issue right here and now. Let me go ahead and make that a little bit dimmer. There we go. And do the same thing with the green. Knock it down a couple points. And there we go. I think that'll do it. Once again, a pretty simple drawing. Oh, I forgot to color in that one little spot right there in the corner of his shell. Let me get that. Boop. Alright. Okay. Don't need to zoom that far out. Okay, I think that'll do it. Still kind of, you can see it's still kind of got a lot of rough little pencil lines and sketch lines here. I'm going to erase those off camera. It's a really tedious process. It's easily my least favorite part of the entire art creation process is cleaning out those pencil scratches. So I'm not going to do it on camera and bore you all. I'll just save it for later. But for right now, let me go ahead and bring up the larger view so you can get a closer look at it. There we go. Two outcasts find each other. And their unity will make them stronger. Alright, so that's 2 drawings down. I got 7 today, so we're moving right along here. It's been about half an hour, and that was including my having to correct my mistake I made earlier. Let me go ahead and bring up the next drawing. Here we go. So this is the drawing I started off the stream with on Wednesday. It's I had just been doing the dishes right before I went live, so I decided to do a drawing of me doing dishes, but the dishes just kind of have minds of their own, and you can see the clean dishes are jumping out of the clean pile, and they're just walking over to this garbage can, sticking themselves in the big giant pile of garbage that's built up. I never let my garbage get that bad, but just for comedic effect, I decided to draw it like that. And then they get back up into the dirty pile, and it's like I just will be washing dishes there until the end of time. That's pretty unfortunate. Alright, so I'm going to start by coloring my skin in. Give myself a blue shirt. And I'll have a green sponge that I'm using to scrub the plates. And I mean, typically suds are gonna be white, but because I'm gonna have the sink be white, I want to, make the color of the suds just a little different. I don't want it to just be white on top of white on top of white on top of... I mean, the dishes are white too, so I definitely don't want there to just be white, 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 white. It's not very interesting to look at. So I'll go ahead and, yeah, I'll make the suds a very light blue. try that again. Third time's the charm. There we go. Alright, gotta close up another gap. Okay, there we go. So I got my suds, little bits of suds there. Go ahead and use a darker. Okay, I'll make the shade a little bit darker blue for the water in the sink. Yeah, there we go. Oh, another gap. Alright, there we go. Closed it up. Get that color, put it over here. Make it slightly lighter for the water that's coming out of the faucet. I got the knobs here. One of them is hot, obviously one of them is hot, or one of them is cold, or for actually I guess you could actually kind of draw your own conclusion here. They could both be cold, they could both be hot, they could both be broken. One could be labeled cold but actually be hot. The other one is labeled hot but actually cold. I've come across that problem a couple of times. Okay. What next? Let me go ahead and color in the inside of the sink. It's just going to be a slightly darker shade of. It's going to be very light gray. I would call it a slightly darker shade of white, but that doesn't make any sense. So it's a very light shade of gray. I don't even know if there's such a thing as a shade of white. I mean, white is just white. Okay, alright, there. I think I got the sink done. I'm gonna go ahead and turn my attention here to the dishes. Actually, I'll go ahead and color in the space around the sink first. Give it a very light yellowish cream. Yeah, I'm going to call that cream. I think it's like a cream-like color. Alright, then for the dishes here. Go. Oh. More gaps to fill in. Okay, is that everything? Nope, there's still another one. Okay, did I get them all? Yes, looks like I did. Good. Let me do these little... Coloring these little sparkles here. They're sparkly clean. Dishes. that pause I just did between the those words, I can't help but think of the Flash from Zootopia. How are you today? How can I help you, ma'am? I remember seeing that scene for the first time and just cracking up because it was just so... I mean, especially the context with it being the DMV just made it extra relatable. Alright, so I'm gonna have this, yeah, this icky, dark green sludge piling up in my trash can. Got a banana peel in there. Got a can of soup. And he just got some little flecks of garbage scattered through it. Alright, there we go. Yeah, someone should really take that trash out. It's looking pretty rough. You know, there's this one little story about a girl named Sarah Cynthia Sylvia Stout, I believe. Apparently, she was in a similar, her household was in a similar situation. They had garbage that was piling up, and she just wouldn't take it out, and it had rather dire consequences, as I've realized a lot of Shel Silverstein stories do. Actually, reading through that book, Where the Sidewalk Ends, or remembering a lot of the poems from it, there's some pretty twisted stuff in those books, or those poems. It's a little odd. I mean, I kind of dig the, you know, the sort of darker, twisted stuff, but it didn't really occur to me until I was thinking about it a couple of days ago, how much of Shel Silverstein's work is just kind of twisted. Alright, let me see. So, got the dirty pile here. Let's go ahead and add just various food remnants. Just can be multiple colors, honestly. Like, I'll make this, kind of this burnt orange. Then sort of this olive green, maybe, is what I could call it. Maybe that used to be pesto before it coagulated or just got hardened to the plate because it's been sitting there for a whole week. I'm not very good at doing the dishes, or with doing the dishes apparently, judging by this drawing. My dishwashing skills, that's hard to say, could use some work. And hold on, here my touchpad is being. Why am I not using a mouse? Really gotta start using a mouse instead of a touchpad. It's so much easier. Okay. Oh. What do you know? It's another gap. Let's see. Just took one little pixel size opening to open the floodgates for all that red to come out. And let me see. This is only like, what? 1, 2 pixels is all it took. Yeah, coloring. Yeah, these digital coloring programs definitely have their quirks. How it can take that little space, or that little of a gap, to just have the color come flooding out. Okay. This was probably like blueberry cobbler here. You can see the remnants of the. Actually, now that I think about it, I mean, you got. I mean, all right. So there's like little flecks of the blueberry filling left, but I'm gonna go ahead and draw the crust, or color this as the crust. There's just a big old chunk of the crust left because apparently I just didn't feel like eating all the crust. I ate almost all the filling, but just left that big old piece of crust just sitting there. I have issues. Okay, I think I got all this colored in. Looks like that'll about do it. I actually want to go ahead and just add a color for the background. Let me see what I could do for that. I could probably just do just orange, just a light orange. So let me go ahead and do this. No, I'm gonna just go above the screen there, above the window anyway. All right. Obviously, there's some gaps here on either end, so let me go ahead and fill those in. Okay, and there we go. Boy, that makes it feel a little it looks a little more complete that way, rather than just having it be white, because the dishes are already white, so I feel like the background needed to have a different color. Let me see, is that it? I think that's it. I think I got everything else colored in that I wanted to have colored in. So I'll go ahead and save that and bring up the larger view. And here we see a poor tortured soul forever doing dishes, never having a moment's rest because the dishes just won't let him leave. Tragic. All right, next up. Okay, so here we have the wedding between peanut butter and chocolate, arguably one of the greatest combinations of all time. So as you can see here, they got their family and relatives from both sides. Peanut butter has his relatives, peanuts, sticks of butter, and Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown, peanuts. Thought that would be a funny little connection to add in. The chocolate has let's see, a Kiss, obviously, who's of course telling them to kiss already. A Butterfinger bar, a peppermint patty, and a Whopper malted milk bar. Out of the arch here, the wedding arch has a Reese's peanut butter cups stuck onto it, and they have some chocolate hearts blossoming here, and one of them has a bite taken out. Alright, so let's get started. I'll go ahead and start by coloring in Mr. Peanut Butter. Which I just realized right before I went live, I gotta refill my peanut butter stock, because my peanut butter is almost out, and I can't not have peanut butter in the cover. That just can't happen. And I'm not sure I really like that shade of the peanut butter. Let me go ahead and change that color here. Alright, there we go. I'll stick with that. Alright, so before I color this label in, I gotta close up some gaps again. make sure I have all of them closed. I think I do. Oh, I also gotta close up this gap. This is his arm. I'm gonna leave it white. I might change it to a different color. But for now, I'm just gonna make sure that it's not colored red. Oh, actually, it just occurred to me. Maybe I don't want the label to be red because I want the bow tie to be red. So I guess I'll make the label blue to contrast that. Alright. I think that's, oh, right. I undid the gap closing I did here, so I gotta redo it. I think that's everything. Yeah, there we go. Let me fill in that with orange. Then I'm gonna make the letters yellow. Nuts for you. Alright. Then do like a slightly darker shade of blue for the lid. There we go. Do a slightly darker shade of the peanut butter color for this little spot right here. Alright, I'm liking that. Then for his eyes, I'm going to go ahead and make him reddish orange. Oh. The gap. Oh. Oops. That wasn't supposed to happen. Alright, so looks like I got Mr. Peanut Butter all done here, so let me move on to Mrs. Chocolate. Okay, I like the color, but looks like I got more gaps to close. Just to see if I can get some, just to start to have some conversation going on in the chat, what is your, what's everyone's favorite chocolate treat? Because, I mean, there's a lot of varieties of chocolates, chocolate candies. So, what is your favorite one? I mean, I probably couldn't choose one myself because I'm really bad at choosing favorites, but I'm curious what you all think. Yep. I don't want the pencil tool, I want the bucket tool. Tool. Alright. Alright, got one more gap to close up here. Alright, there we go. Got Mrs. Chocolate all colored in. And I think instead of keeping their limbs just white. I'm gonna do like really light shades of their main color. So I'll do like a really light orange for peanut butter. That dang gap again. Okay. And then for Mrs. Chocolate, I'll go ahead and do a really light shade of brown. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and start working on the peanuts. All the peanuts, including Charlie Brown. Rose Rebel M&Ms are that's a good choice. That is a solid choice. Especially since there are a lot of varieties you can choose from. Honestly, kind of appropriate considering what I'm the drawing that I'm coloring right now, but I would say probably the peanut butter M&Ms are my favorite. Oh, and I also commented when I was drawing this the other night that I was, really, for some reason I was really struggling to come up with other chocolate family members to include on this side of the drawing. And then somebody either mentioned it or I remembered it myself, and I was like, oh, M&Ms, why didn't I include an M&M? Dang it. It's like something that should be so obvious and should just immediately come to my mind, and it just didn't. Oh well. Alright, so color in her mouth there. Alright, got that peanut done. Let me go ahead and get little baby peanut number 1 colored in. Ow! What happened to his eye? Okay. Nothing, it's just the gap. Again. Ah! Okay, I'm done. I'm done. Alright, gotta close up another gap before before this happens again. Alright, so I got the peanuts all figured out, or all colored in, so let me go ahead and work on the sticks of butter. Alright, so I got... Just do a nice light shade of yellow. And then for his side here, I'll go ahead and just do a slightly dimmer shade of that. I guess this was a... Oh, no, that's a tear. That's right. I forgot what that little blob was there for a second. It's a tear. Alright, go ahead and color in his mouth pink. Alright, now we got stick of butter number 2. And that's, I'm sure that's literally their name too. They're just stick of butter number 2. That was on their name tag. That was on the registration. That's their name on the list. Is stick of butter number 2. Alright. There we go. Color those in. Alright, so I got the 2 sticks of butter. Now I gotta work on Charlie Brown here. Good old Charlie Brown. Alright, so color in his iconic shirt. Then color in his face and arms. That little curly hue on his head. His hair. Alright, there we go. Alright, so I got Mr. Peanut Butter's side, Mr. Peanut Butter's family all colored in. But now Mrs. Chocolate's family is still uncolored. I could just leave them like that, just as some kind of like deep allegory or something. Like, why are they colored in, but they're not colored in? Nah, I'm gonna, it's gotta be equal. Let me color them in, but color them all in. Everyone must be colored in. Everyone must be colored. Everyone. Let me zoom out so I can get the mouth color. Ah! Zoom a little bit further on Mr. Whopper here. Color the Kiss's eyes blue. there's the Whopper. Do I like that color? Maybe change the shade up a little bit. Do I like that? Yeah, that's good. Alright, there we go. Alright, got his eyes colored in green. Now we got the Butterfinger bar. Still in its wrapper, no less. That's how I can tell he's really dressing formal, is that he actually came with his wrapper on. This is a serious occasion. Alright, let me zoom in a little bit more. Oh, another gap. That once again was only like a pixel wide. It's funny how that little tiny gap can make all the difference. Alright, let me zoom in again. Zoom out again. Alright, there we go. Got the... Alright, so it looks like you just got a peppermint patty here left. Again, potentially, maybe. Peppermint Patty, Charlie Brown might want to watch out, because we all know how Peppermint Patty is around Charlie Brown. Alright, then made his eyes a very light minty green, because, you know, Peppermint Patty makes sense. Alright, I want to make his hands a little bit darker so that they, you know, stand out, because I feel like if I just color them in the same color, they'll... yeah, you won't even really see them. So let me, make them, like, extra dark. There we go. Oh, I still have the wedding arch. I was thinking I was done. Of course I'm not done. Gotta do these now. Alright, I think that's all the peanut butter cups. Good. Ah! Oh, a little bit closer in. Alright, there we go. Got the chocolate hearts colored in. Is there anything else I need to add here? Because I once again just do kind of a nice background color to tie it all together. Let me see. Yeah, I like that. Let me see. Okay, so I was kind of trying to do a heart thing with the pencil there, but I'll just go ahead and just do like this. What am I doing? Okay. Oh. One more time. There we go. Alright, there we go. Oh. Another gap. And there we go. Oh, another gap. Okay, I think I'm good now. Yep, okay. There we go. Hey, Sean C72! Great to see you here. And yes, it is truly a match made in heaven. One of the greatest duos of all time, right up there with Laurel and Hardy, Abbott and Costello, peanut butter and chocolate. Alright, I think I'm pretty much done here, so let me go ahead and bring up the larger view. There we go. Alright, so I think that was drawing number 3 or 4. I can't remember exactly. It was number 4, so now we're on to number 5. This was for DJ Mike Brady, who I haven't seen here yet. I'm hoping he'll show up for this one. This is Street Racing Slugs. This is a follow-up to a drawing I did a week before this, where I had a slug crossing guard. So DJ Mike Brady suggested I follow that up with Street Racing Slugs. They're racing away from the cops, and the cops are just right there 2 feet behind them. Alright, let me go ahead and get started on this here. So yeah, those slugs in the slug crossing guard drawing were yeah, you had these two child slugs that were on their way to school. These are basically those two slugs. Several years later, they're going through a big rebellious phase. Alright, so I got them colored in here. Oh, you let me do, their eyes are going to be like a light green. Yeah, honestly, I'm going to use, another drawing for reference for what colors I'm going to use here. Alright, so this one's eyes are going to be brown. Thank you, Sean C72. There you go. Color in their mouths. Alright. Alright, give this one over here. His color is Mohawk Orange. This one I'm going to color as Mohawk Black, but not all of that. Looks like we've got another gap to take care of. Oh wait, actually I don't want it. Actually changed my mind, I don't want that. I'll go ahead and make it a neon blue. Or, yeah, blue. There we go. That's one punk slug. Alright, got this slug over here has a nose stud. Let me color that in. Yep. There we go. Oof, my leg's starting to get a little sore. That's weird. Let me see. I had this water bottle sitting next to me for the last hour and completely forgot to even take one drink out of it. Alright, let me go ahead. Actually, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and work on these cops first before I do anything else. Got all the characters colored in, then I'll worry about the road, the background. Alright, I'm going to focus on the cops. And so, okay, so a little more background on the whole slug thing. So the slug crossing guard drawing I did, the crossing guard had like a big old beard and had hair growing out of his ears and out of his arms. He was just like his hair was super overgrown because he'd been standing there waiting for the slugs to finish crossing the road. He'd been waiting there for like weeks, maybe months, or possibly even years. This is kind of a different scenario where the cops really don't have any need to be standing there. I just thought it would be funnier to continue the trend of them having big beards and hair growing out of their ears. Doesn't really make any sense, but I don't feel like it has to. Alright, let me go ahead and make this other guy's beard brown. Take the mouth color, put it there. Alright, there we go. Got them colored in. Let me go ahead and color the slime trails behind the slugs. Alright, there we go. Got the slime trails. I'm going to color in the lines of the road. Just keep, let me get a look and see if there's any, oh, yeah, yes, there's several road lines left. Alright, got another one with a gap, let me fill that in. There we go. Alright, so I think now I can go ahead and, color in the street. But first I gotta close up this gap. Yep. Hold on. Oh. Okay. Let's see if there's any other gaps here I gotta worry about. Nope, that looks good. That looks good. Oh, yep, there's definitely another gap. I think it's this one right here. Let me fill that in. All right. Oh, another gap. They're everywhere. That would be like my ideal horror movie where it's the attack of the gaps. Everywhere I look, there's a gap. I just want to color in this one tiny little space, but the gaps won't let me. Okay, I think that'll do. Okay, so let's see what's left. Guess I'll just do like grass for either side of the road. Planetary 121, you guessed correctly. I didn't know you'd seen that movie. I just made it up, so I haven't actually seen it yet. What do you think of it? What rating out of what star rating out of 5 would you give it? I'm curious. And Planetary 121, I gotta be honest, your joke went completely over my head. I didn't even make the connection between Gap and the clothes store. Man. I just now got that. Kind of slow on the uptake. Okay. I think I'm just about done. Just gotta fill in all these little white spots. Planetary 121, I see that list of elements you've posted in the chat. Is that like a secret message that I gotta decode? I think I see something in there. Okay, looks like just about done here. Nope, hold on. It's not the color I want. There we go. I think I just gotta color in all the white stuff except for these speech bubbles. I'm gonna keep those white. Oh, gotta also color this in. There we go. Alright, think that's good. Let me go ahead and bring up the larger view. Nope. Yes. From what little I remember from chemistry class, I can determine what you were saying there. Yeah, and yes, that is very accurate. It went whoosh right over my head. Alright, so that was drawing number 5. Got 2 more to go. Yeah, it looks like next up is another crossover between 2 of my older drawings. I think these were both week 3. I did a giraffe with a top hat and a monocle. Thank you, Chauncey. Really appreciate it. So yeah, week 3 I drew both a Viking duck playing soccer and a giraffe with a top hat and a monocle. So in this drawing, they both meet each other, and you can see they get along super well. There's a really strong connection there. You can see they just have the best friendship. Yeah. Let's start with the duck first. color in the belt. I don't know what the exact term is. I want to say it's a belt, but I don't know if that's right. That thing at the bottom of the hat, like the brim or something that has the little bumps sticking out of it. Alright. Color a big, bright yellow. And I'll go ahead and color the music notes in too. Why not? Alright, let's move on to Mr. Giraffe. Oh, Mr. Giraffe. You are so cynical. Alright, let me see if there's any gaps. Yep, there's a couple gaps. As to be expected. Not quite Attack of the Gaps level, but yeah, there's a few. So I'm not really much of a filmmaker. I have made my own short films, but they're not like super professional. It'd be funny if someone who's like a professional filmmaker who knows the pain of using an art coloring program on the computer and having to deal with those gaps can make the movie Attack of the Gaps. I know I'm talking about like it doesn't already exist, which it clearly does. Planetary 121 even gave it a 3.5 out of 5 review. I'm just being hypothetical here. Alright. Now I go ahead and do brown spots. Looks like I got a couple more spots to fill in. 1, 2, 3, 4. There it is. I guess that's it. I've had a couple of really simple drawings where I just drew 2 characters and that's it. The first one I did with Bob Ross and the business shark was like that. But yeah, nothing wrong with simple. Let me go ahead and bring up the larger view. He is clearly singing the wrong key. But of course, he's not bold enough to actually say it out loud. He can only just think it because, you know, he can have the monocle and the sneering expression all he wants. Deep down, he's insecure. He doesn't have the guts to, you know, say his feelings and actually put them out there. He can just keep his scowl and his monocle fixated and just think about how much... And hold on here. Peachy Prim X, oh my gosh. Awesome to see you here. Thank you so much for coming. And hold on, is there... Wait, a raid? Did I just get raided? Oh my gosh. Peachy Prim, thank you so much. I was totally not expecting to get raided today. That is awesome. Thank you so much. And thank you. I'm hoping it'll open the door for a lot of cool opportunities. Cineguy, great to see you here. I just got one more drawing left to colorize, and then I'll be done. I'll be raiding into someone else. Oh, thank you, PG Prim. I appreciate it. Alright, so this is the last drawing for today. It's those wavy inflatable guys. I think this is actually, this was requested by Dark Gamer 1, who I think is still here in the chat. This is, so it's those wavy inflatable arm guys that you usually see outside the car dealerships. And it's them in medieval armor. So let me go ahead and start colorizing this. Peachy Prim, yeah, sure. I do an end of show recap every week, so I will totally show you everything I've drawn at the end of the show. So after I do this drawing and get it colored in, I'll do a recap of everything I've colored. Alright, so here we go. Oop. Yeah, so I've been making numerous jokes about this since I started doing this coloring stream. These little gaps that come up that cause the color to flood in all over the place instead of just stay in the contained area I wanted to. Been making lots of commentary about the gaps. Alright, so let's see. Color in his arms. Oh, there's another gap. Again, just literally look at that. That's like literally 2 tiny pixels of an opening, and it just... The entire screen just gets flooded with gray. It's crazy. Alright, fill that in. There we go. Alright. Let me see. Just figuring out what colors I want to use here. I think that looks good. Got the little inflatable fan machine here at the bottom, keeping it going. That's literally its life force, or life source. It's pretty, important. Okay, hold on. Riser Steak, thank you so much. I totally appreciate it. Again, thank you so much, Peachy Prim, for rating. I was not expecting that at all. That's so awesome. Thank you so much. And thank you to all of you who've stuck around through the raid. Really love having you all here. Okay, so it looks like I got one of these guys done, so let me go ahead and work on the other one. Alright, so I made this one blue. I'll go ahead and make the other one green. Oh. It's those gaps. They're everywhere. Alright. Also, I forgot to make that line more solid here when I was drawing it the other night. Alright, let me just do a little work here. Actually, I guess it's fine. I think it'll still let me color it in solid. There we go. Good. Alright, so this one, red, orange, yellow. I'll still keep the golden emblem there in the middle. That's kind of what I've chosen as my, whenever I draw medieval knights or knight costumes, I use that kind of cross design with the circles in the middle. I'm going to make this one over here purple. Peachy Prim, I'm actually using a touchpad, and I've made the comment once or twice that I really should start using a mouse, because the touchpad's pretty finicky. And I'm using a program called GIMP. I don't know if you've heard of it. That's what I use for my coloring. I used to use Microsoft Paint, but this definitely has way more features. Lola Lavender, thank you so much. Yes, it's a touchpad on the computer. I did get a tablet. I've barely had any experience with drawing digitally, and it's been a slow process trying to adjust to it. Every time I try and draw on a digital tablet, it's just not the same as what I've done my entire life. So I gotta keep pushing myself to practice more drawing digitally, but it's just not. It's not what I'm skilled at the moment. This drawing by hand is definitely, or drawing on paper traditionally is what I'm still best at. PG Prim, I will take your word for it. I've talked to a couple other streamers, and it seems like it's just kind of a matter of what you start out doing. Like, I think if I had, started out with a tablet, drawing digitally, that would be the thing I was most good at. There was someone I talked to, another art streamer here on Twitch, who was, we were talking in the chat about how it's, for them, they had been drawing digitally all this time, so it'd be hard for them to draw traditionally pencil and paper, and yet that's how I feel about the prospect of drawing digitally. So I think it's just what you're used to and what you've been doing for a while, and that's just how it works. And PG Rim, thank you so much. I think that'll do. I think I got this all colored in. I'll go ahead and bring up the larger view now so you can see a slightly larger version of it. How'd you like to see that outside your nearest Honda dealership? Alright, well, that was my last drawing for today, so I'm going to go ahead and do my end of show recap. Lola Lavender, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. Alright, let me go ahead and start bringing up all the drawings I did. Let me just bring up the larger view. Here we go. Sorry, kind of stumbling over my words. Alright, so here's the first drawing I colored in. This is Bob Ross painting a shark in a business suit. This is a combination of two drawings I did before. I did a drawing with Bob Ross and I did a drawing with a shark in a business suit, so I decided to combine the two together. So that's one drawing. Let me pull up the next one here. Next up, we got a lizard with a bird's head. And you got a bird and a lizard that are freaking out, but you got a taco turtle butterfly combo hybrid that's like, oh, I finally have someone I can relate to. So it's two lonely outcasts finding each other. PG Prim, thank you. And, oh, hold on a second. Let me open this up. There we go. Alright, this is me doing the dishes, and the dishes, oh, PG Prim, you're the tacoterfly. Gosh, that's hard to say. Tacoterfly. Yeah, I can relate to that animal, too. I often feel like an outsider. Alright, so this is me doing the dishes and putting the clean dishes here in this pile, but then the dishes just go wander over to the garbage, stick themselves inside this giant garbage pile that I've let build up, and then they stick themselves right back in the dirty dishes pile, so I'm basically going to be here just scrubbing dishes forever. It's pretty tragic. Alright, next up, we have the wedding between peanut butter and chocolate, which I consider to be one of the greatest duos of all time. Got a peanut butter side of the family here. You got peanuts, you got sticks of butter, and you have Charlie Brown, because he's part of the Peanuts gang. And then on chocolate side, you got a chocolate kiss, a peppermint patty, a Butterfinger bar, and a Whopper malted milk ball. Chauncey, thank you so much. Alright, next up, Street Racing Slugs. Let me let me zoom in a little bit more. So I got these slugs that are racing away from the police, who are just 2 feet behind them. It kind of speaks for itself, just like slugs speed racing. PG Prim, thank you. Really appreciate it. The idea actually came from DJ Mike Brady. He's the one who requested this drawing. But thank you. Alright. 2 more to go here. I think this, you might have rated in during this one. This is a Viking Duck meeting a snobby giraffe with a top hat and a monocle. These are also 2 drawings I did way back when I started this stream, and today they had their own individual drawings. Here in this one, they meet each other for the first time, and as you can see, they just get along great. They're like the best of buds here. Alright, and last one is the one that you guys just saw me color. It's the wavy inflatable guys with medieval armor. And yeah, that is all I did. Those are all the drawings I did for today. And next week, I will be back on Wednesday with my Draw Something stream, where I'm going to draw more drawings and then have them be doing the colorization of those the following Saturday. That's how I do things. And if you liked what you have seen here, go ahead and find me on Facebook and Instagram. I have accounts on both of those where I post my art. I'll post my these colorized drawings I just showed you. I'll be posting there in probably a week or 2. I've got a lot of them in the can. I post them once. I post 1 a day, so these will be going up on social media pretty soon. But man, thank you again so much to Peachy Prim for raiding and for everyone who stuck around through the raid. Sean C, thank you so much. Rose Rebel, thank you. I'm going to go see who I can raid. I'm going to go ahead and raid Dreamer Seeker. She was here in the channel not too long. I think she... I think in the last coloring stream I did, she showed up. Peachy Prim, thank you so much. Yeah, Dreamer Seeker is a new stream acquaintance of mine. I'm going to go ahead and raid her. She's playing Super Mario Party right now, so that should be fun. But don't have anything else to say other than, again, thank you so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed the show, and I hope you enjoy what's coming next with Dreamer Seeker. Have a great night, everyone, and have a good rest of your weekend. Usually I do it at night. Usually I do my stream at night. It's only 3 o'clock in the afternoon where I am. So have a good rest of your weekend, and take care, guys.